What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another video. So in this series, I've farmed 100 dungeons or spent 10 hours in the open world, and I've saved all the loot of interest, and we're doing these videos for each dungeon and each farm to see how much gold I made from loot from 100 runs. Now, I'm also tracking the gold per hour and the total gold from each dungeon that I've done, and I will eventually make a video where I compare all the dungeons so you guys can see the result of every single dungeon that I've done in this series. Now, in today's video, we're doing Sunken Temple, and I've done Sunken Temple, like loot from 100 runs, Sunken Temple, many times before. And the amount of gold that I make in those 100 runs is like, the difference is massive. Like, I can make a couple 100,000 gold and then a couple of million gold, depending on which items I get out of the place. So we're going to take a look at the dungeon, how I run it, and also like the loot table in general, like why should you run it? And that's pretty much it. Before we do so, though, big thank you to every single one of you guys that has picked up my gold guide, the 0 to 10 million gold guide, a book that I've been making and improving for over 2.5 years right now. So if you don't have it, make sure you use the code DRAGONFLIGHT, and you will get it for 50% off clicking the link down below in the description. And just know that this comes with a lifetime of free updates. So whenever a new expansion or a new patch comes out, I just update the very exact book with the latest gold farms, and I send that version to you for free. So Sunken Temple, really easy dungeon to run, to gold farm in, because there's not really any alternative routes. There's only one way to do it. It's a short dungeon. Now, I'm doing this on my level 45 retired speed set Druid, because it's like an old school speed set that isn't too fast. It's like 200% movement speed. But I don't use this toon for anything but running short dungeons. So I can just camp him outside of the dungeon, and whenever I feel like doing it 10 runs, I just log on to him. But you can do it with any class, because you'll be able to do the 10 runs in an hour easily, right? Also, keep in mind that I'm not looting right now when I'm doing these runs, but normally I always loot. It's just kill loot. So you need to loot the mobs. The loot will not appear in your mailbox at all. The only loot that appears in mailbox, and I get a lot of questions about this, is the loot from the bosses. So if you kill a boss and you don't loot the boss, the loot will get sent to your mail. Now, when you enter this room right here, it's enough to just pull the boss, because as soon as you pull the boss, all of the mobs will come running towards you, besides from these two caster mobs that you can just like kill and loot on your way out. And then once you've gone from killing the serpent, you actually need to skip the next room and go into where you can see the prophet guy. And I just got hexed. That's not supposed to happen, because we're so high level that you're supposed to kill this guy, obviously, right? Instead of getting hexed by him. So make sure that you do kill him. I'm on a level 45, so that's why I don't necessarily one-hit the mobs on this guy. But yeah, after killing the serpent boss, go into the prophet, and then you have to go back and kill the two dragons. And once you've killed these two dragons, I'm going to show you, but there's another pack located right here. With like, you need to kill those two, because there's not that many mobs in this dungeon, so every single mob that you kill matters. Now, in terms of loot, like why you should do the farm, the epic items aren't really that good, because it's not the high tier epic items. The best epic you can get from this dungeon is like the Kroll Blade, right? Patterns and plans, nothing too exciting. World drop BOEs, kinda bad. Green items, kinda bad. So that's a lot of bad. So why would you do this dungeon? Well, this dungeon is absolutely filled with blue specific items to this dungeon. Unique transmog items that can only drop inside of Sunken Temple. And the infographic shows all of them. But I'm going to have that link down below in the description. But I'm going to show you guys some of the items that you can get, because, well, I have some of them in my bag, luckily, or my bags, rather. So after doing this for 100 runs, the items in this bag are the ones worth keeping. Now, I did get myself a Hammer of the Northern Wind. Once again, it's not really that good. These legs are not that bad. The Silver Shell leggings. Now, they do share appearance with Bone Link leg plates. However, these are the only plate leggings that looks like this. So everyone everyone that collects on a plate toon, they need to collect the Silver Shell leggings, and they cannot do the Bone Link leg plates. I also got the Mistwalker boots, which is also specific to this dungeon. They do, however, share appearance with the Buccaneers boots and Bloodsail boots, but I've sold a ton of these, so they're relatively good. I got the Bludgeon of the Grinning Dog. Now, has a shitty price on my realm of only 25k, but I've sold a ton of these, and I've actually sold a couple of them for over 100,000 gold too. Now, these are obviously bad, and I get a lot of questions about these whenever people run Sunken Temple, because they have a market value of over 300,000 gold, and that's just like a prime example of fake value. There's no reason why anyone would buy this ring for 300k. It's not good for twinking, it's not good for anything. But what happens is everyone doing a dungeon like Sunken Temple uses TSM, and their TSM, they just post based on the market value. So they just keep the price on this item up, but it's not going to sell for those prices at all. So I could just do this. I could just delete these two items, and it wouldn't really matter. I do, however, post like necks, rings, and trinkets, because they always sell to people leveling, but they tend to sell for like a couple thousand gold each whenever you get like an epic ring or an epic trinket or anything like that. But the best item that I got was the Stealth Blade, which is a really good item. It looks like a tiny ninja sword, I guess, but it has a unique appearance. And look at the region sales average. That's actually 250,000 gold. So this is a very good item. Now, I have the add-on Bag Appraiser, which counts everything that's in your bank and your bags. And in my bags right now, I have 1.1 million gold in value. But as you can see, the top contributors are Double Ring, worth 650,000 gold, right? So, I mean, if you were to take that away, I would be looking at like 450,000 gold. And I only think that is realistic to do, like exclude the rings, and I would be looking at 450,000 gold, so 45,000 gold per hour. However, doing 10 runs only takes like 30 minutes. So the if you consider the time spent farming, it's more like 90,000 gold an hour in market value. I can also change the price source to something like regional market value, and we'll see that it's then gonna go up a little bit because some of the items have better value average in the region than I do on my realm, and it's gonna go up to 1,468,000 gold. And even then, if you take away the two rings, it's going to be like 800,000 gold, so 80,000 gold an hour. With the 30-minute runs taken into consideration, 160,000 gold an hour. So, yeah, Sunken Temple, once again, like this blade alone, if I sell it for the current price that it's on the auction house for, which is very realistic if you look at the statistics according to TSM, like that weapon alone gives me like 27,000 gold an hour. So that is pretty cool. And if you guys got any suggestions whatsoever on what the next dungeon or open world farm should be, leave a suggestion down below in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you enjoyed this video. That way you'll be notified whenever the next video comes live. And hey, as I said at the beginning of the video, make sure to check out the 0 to 10 million gold guide with a link down below in the description. And don't forget to use the discount code Dragonflight on checkout, and you'll get it for 50% off. But until tomorrow's video, see you then. Bye-bye.